Welcome, cooks, to my series where I give a cooking tip every Saturday morning. My goal is to motivate you to have a weekend filled with cooking, tasting, and delicious fun. My tip this week has to do with dinnerware, how to store your dinnerware. I have a cheap solution that will help keep your dinnerware scratch-free. It's Saturday morning. So, here's my tip. So if you're like me, I managed to have a lot of different dinnerware, mainly because I like to do tablescapes, but also I just love dinnerware, china, all that kind of stuff. I just think it's a lot of fun and I think it's really beautiful. So if you have an heirloom set of china, expensive or not expensive, either costs a lot of money or has some kind of meaning to you, the best option is to buy a quilted set designed for storing dinnerware sets. They can be kind of expensive. And if you're like me, I have a lot of dinnerware that doesn't necessarily have any sentimental value. Some of it may not have any monetary value. I just like it because I like to change up my tablescapes a lot. So I tried to find some alternatives to that where I didn't have to spend $30-40 on something to hold a dinnerware set that I may not have even paid that much for. So some of the things that I came up with is buying some felt from your local fabric store and cutting pieces and putting those pieces between your dinnerware. I've had this dinnerware for quite a while. It wasn't super expensive. It's Nortaki and the pattern is Sweet Leilani. Me and Eric bought this a long time ago. It's like some kind of 50-piece set or something like that. We got it at Macy's. The whole set was probably only over $100. It's not super expensive, but I love this set. This is like one of my original nice dinnerware sets that I ever bought. And what's beautiful about this is it has this pretty flowered pattern. It has a lot of platinum trim, and I don't want to scratch it. I'm not really going to go out and spend a lot of money trying to prevent that, but I want to take some minimal precautions that'll keep it from scratching and it'll extend the life of the dinnerware. So I came up with this. I bought a huge pack of paper plates, and these aren't expensive paper plates. They're the kind that you can get this whole thing for like $6 at your local discount store. These kind, right? They're pretty thin. And all I do is I take a couple of these, maybe even 3 or 4, because they're so thin and so inexpensive. And I use these between each plate for storage. This way, these two plates aren't up against each other, rubbing with the stoneware here, scratching the face of the plate here. We have a nice divider that holds the plate just like that, keeps it stable and keeps those plates from scratching each other. So I just grab a little pile. You don't even need that many. That one I put 4. You can put even only 2. And you go ahead and you place them like this. And when you're done with all of them, ideally you only want to stack 4, like 4 high, because you will get the weight of them for the one at the bottom could damage this part. But you know, I've been stacking these in my china cabinet for years, 8 high, and I haven't had any problem. There you go. So you can put these away, put a couple on top to prevent anything from getting on top, scratching on top. You can put these away with some level of confidence that there won't be scratching between the plates on the face of your plate. It's not an ideal situation. Ideally, you would pack them away with bubble wrap and you would stand them this way in a dish pack because the edges have more stability than the center. So if you have an heirloom or expensive set, you want to look into an alternative to this. This is just for your sort of commonplace china or dinnerware set that you kind of use on a regular basis or not even on a regular basis, only a couple times a year. That's not overly expensive, but at least you want to do some basic precautions from them getting scratched from being stacked. So what do you think about that, Boo?
Hey, if it's cheap and it works, right?
Cheap, right? I can get like $6, I can get this, and it'll work for all my dinnerware, and it will give me at least a basic level of protection from it scratching.
I'll give you a hint as to how cheap she is. I went to the A store, the one with the 4 letters in it, and I bought some foam things, and she says, "That's too much." She had to buy this package.
Well, he bought these ones, they were foam, but they were too small. These were better, because the ones he bought were like 8-inch, and these are more like, 10 or 12-inch. Let me see. Yeah. So, that's my cooking tip for this Saturday, a way to inexpensively do a first level protection on your dinnerware. I hope you guys are having a great week. You're ready for the weekend. You're ready to get cooking. You have some plans. Me and Eric got a lot of great things coming up next week in terms of videos. I think you're really going to like them. If you like this video, subscribe below and leave me a comment and a like, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. Also catch me on social media, Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook, and come join my Facebook group. We talk about all things cooking, gadgets, cooking equipment, dinnerware, right? Tablescaping. That group is at facebook.com/groups/Amy Learns to Cook. And you can catch me on Instagram at Cooking with Amy.